You know, for me, my friends, the most amazing thing about this channel is what comes back. Let me tell you, at the end of every day, just as I flop into bed and just before I become one with my pillow, I get my phone out, go to the channel, and I look at the comments. And you know, quite often it's someone saying, Leggy, you're talking more rubbish than normal. Or sometimes it's someone giving me a suggestion or a question. It doesn't matter what it is. I respond, and this is a Leggy guarantee. I respond to every single comment. So keep them coming. I love them. Let me give you the warmest ever welcome. Come here. Right. Really appreciate you being at this channel. This is crazy. Not sponsored, not monetized, not even real. Well, it's kind of real. It's me, John Legg. Don't worry about that bit. It's all about the fragrance. It's all about the fragrance, my friends, and I'm here to tell you about fragrance, and most of all, not to sell you anything, but most of all to inspire you to spray a good fragrance continually every day. Now, one of those such comments came in from a lovely gentleman, and he said, Leggy, it would be really helpful if you could tell us about the Invicto range and when we should be using them. Now, disclaimer, these are just my thoughts. This is just when I use them. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me tell you first of all, I have various clones of Invictus. I have the Mason Alhambra ones, I have some sort of unbranded ones, and I have the Fragrance World. Now, having tried them all, hand on heart, I can tell you that Fragrance World have absolutely got each one of their clones spot on. I'm not going to put a silly percentage on it, but let me tell you that each one of those, the moment you smell them, there's no doubt as to which one it is. They're close enough, honestly close enough, so that you definitely struggle to tell the difference between those Fragrance Worlds and the real thing. Now, I haven't got them with me. I have the real thing of all of these, so I can honestly tell you that that is the case. Fragrance World have put so much effort into these. They've really got it absolutely spot on. And not only is the smell of each one of these so close to the original, the other thing is they are all fantastic performance. In some cases they perform the same as the original, and in some of these cases they're slightly better than the Paco Rabanne original. But honestly, you will not be disappointed with the smell, and you will certainly not be disappointed with the performance. Now let me also tell you this is the crazy bit. None of those here in the UK will cost you any more than £20. They all range between 15 and 20 British pounds. Okay, now what's the real ones? You know, even the original Invictus, which is an EDT, it holds its value. You go to somewhere like Boots and you buy the original Paco Rabanne Invictus because it's still available, EDT, and you will spend about 75 to 80 British pounds. So these represent unbelievable value for money. And these, my friends, I'm on my third bottle of the original Invicto, second bottle of Victorious, and the others I'm on the original bottles. So I can tell you all about these. These are crazy good, and these are well worth having in your collection. But in terms of when you'd use them, because if you look back through this channel, you'll see individual reviews of all of these. But in terms of when you'd use them, let's go through it and try and help you. So, the original Invictus, what's it all about? Well, it's Invicto. You know, I've got to be careful here. Let me show you. So, Fragrance World's Invicto. This is obviously a clone of the original Invictus. And the crazy thing is, whenever I spray this for someone, I always do a disclaimer. I always say, you know what, it's going to smell very, very sweet. It's going to smell like a sweet bubblegum. And you know, as you say that to people, they sort of, you can see them thinking, I don't want to smell like bubblegum. In fact, let me give you an example of one guy, and I don't know exactly how old he is, but I'm going to say he was mid-60s, and I told him, gave him this disclaimer, and you could see him thinking, oh, he says, spray me, go on Leggy, spray me. He wasn't too keen on the idea. So I sprayed it, and he smelt it, and he went, oh Leggy, I like that. And now this is the thing with the Invictus. Invictus, my friends, is all about getting away with it. I mean, on paper, who wants to smell like a sweet bubblegum? But you know what, the moment you smell it, you go, yes, that's what I want to smell like. Invictus has a cheekiness to it, which when you smell it, yes it is, it's like a sweet bubblegummy sort of vibe, but it absolutely gets away with it. Now let me tell you, all of Invictis, they're all about a cheeky, getting away with it, youthful energy. Each one of these has an energy cooped up in there, an energy, youthfulness, and they get away with it. I mean, honestly, when you smell it, it is ridiculously sweet. It's ridiculously like bubblegum that you'd chew back in the 80s sort of thing. But it so works. Now, the original Invictus, at the top end you've got these gorgeous fruits, grapefruit, and I think there's an orange. And those combined come across as bubblegum. Absolutely gorgeous. Drop down and you've got like a sort of slightly saltiness to it, and then underneath that you've got some gorgeous sweet sort of wood. Okay, and at the bottom of the original you've got some oak moss. Now, when would you wear this original? When would you wear the original Invicto? You know what? In terms of that one, the original, you can wear it anytime. Honestly, any day of the week, any season, any setting, any age. You can't fault it. The versatility, love that word, versatility of the original is endless. Just wear it. It's absolutely amazing. You do not have to think, I shouldn't be wearing it, or should I be wearing it? Anytime. Okay, that was an easy one. Right, now the next one we're going to look at is Invictus Legend. Okay, so I'm going to run out of skin here. I've got to be careful. Here we go. Other hand. Once again, this is ridiculously sweet. It has the bubblegum vibe is just turned down a bit. It has way more of a salty sort of sea air vibe, and it has a tropical feel. Now let me tell you, this is a summer fragrance. In fact, this is Invictus gone on holiday and hasn't took his bubblegum with him. Okay, this is stunning. In fact, close your eyes and this stuff transports you to a sort of a tropical island. You've got palm trees, you've got blue sky, you've got little fluffy clouds, golden sand, crystal clear sea, and a mermaid with big glasses on selling ice cream. Alright, they all last a long time. This one particularly lasts a long time. This is possibly one of the longest of all of them. And this, my friends, summer, this will deal with the heat. Okay, this is absolutely gorgeous. This will make your summer. And you know, although I'm saying to you it's a summer fragrance, what about just wearing it in a midwinter day? It could actually brighten up a midwinter day. But honestly, this is a tropical summer vacation holiday, whatever you want to call it. This has got sunshine vibes, tropicalness, absolutely stunning. Okay, perfect for the summertime. Okay, next up, Invictus Intense. Now, I don't think you can buy the original packer of that. And fair play to Fragrance World for stepping into the breach and filling that gap. So Invictus or INVICTO Intense. What's this one all about? Oh, now. Alright, I love this one. Well, I love them all, but don't tell them, but I love them all. This one in particular. Right, take the original vibe, give it a sort of a slightly floral sort of feel, give it a slightly boozy, in the middle there's a slight bit of booziness, and then give it a gorgeous, sweet, ambery, woody base. This, my friends, okay, now this is an occasion where Invictus gets a little bit serious. Okay, under the skin on all of these is a cheeky energy. But this one, okay, this is Invictus suited and booted. He's put his tie on. Maybe Invictus is going for a job interview, or maybe he's going to a wedding or a funeral or some kind of formal event, and he's just got to kind of come across as really classy but drop down a bit, and that booziness in this one is cheeky because it gives it this, it's still got that sort of cheeky energy about it, but it is just so classy. If you wear this in the office, you're going to get massive respect. Okay, in terms of a season, it's possibly fairly universal, but I wouldn't wear it in the high heat. Maybe in the sort of late summer, autumn, winter and the spring. Avoid the high heat with this one. Okay, where are we? Okay, classy. It sort of inspires you to wear nice clothes, not just jeans and a t-shirt. I don't mean you can't wear it with jeans and a t-shirt, but trust me, when you put this on, you are inspired to wear at least a polo shirt, okay, just to dress up a bit, because this is Invictus with a slightly serious attitude. Very extremely classy. Okay, the classiest of the lot. Okay, now we come to Invicto Victorious. Now, where have I got any skin I haven't sprayed on? Okay, here we go. Okay, now, this one, my friends, now you may be able to wear this all year round. I can't. This one, Victorious, is a very dark, very deep and very rich and somewhat slightly sinister fragrance. I love that word, sinister. Okay, now honestly I cannot wear this in the heat. Any part of summer, early or late summer and the heat, I can't do it. The moment the sort of cool, cold, sort of late autumn, winter comes in, this is my go-to. Now, you've sort of lost the fruitiness off the top, okay? So the grapefruit, the orange and that lot has gone. There is a little fizzle of sort of sweetness. I think it's a pepper, but it comes across as a very sort of twisted lemon, okay? Twisted lemon, I don't know where I got that from. But it is actually a black pepper at the top of this one. And once that little fizzle of sort of topness has gone, you drop, my friends, you literally drop into a bottomless pit of incense, of vanilla, of tonka and of amber. This is rich, this is heavy, this is sinister. And honestly, don't, if you're like me, just don't try this in the heat. It will not work. It's kind of far too heavy. When would you wear it though? Okay, there is a slight seriousness to it, but you know what? Any occasion during the winter, whether it's a formal event or whether you're just in the office or whether you're just going out with some friends, this will work, okay? If you wanted to know which one of these is the best for the gym, I'm actually going to say the original Invicto. You know, you can wear these, the rest of them, to the gym, but the one with the most energy is the original Invicto. Okay, they've all got the energy just underneath the surface. The energy's full on in the original, and they just sort of vary slightly in their energy in the rest of them. So just be warned, this is not really a summer or a hot weather fragrance. This is for your cooler weather, and this, my friends, lasts a mighty long time. It projects a long time, and it loves the cooler weather. In fact, it comes across as some real dark, rich sort of ice cream, vanilla ice cream, but not just a light, fluffy ice cream. It's heavy, it's rich, and it's some ice cream which is in a big sort of ambery, woody container. Does any of that make sense? You know what I mean? I bet you do. Right then, the last one I've got, because whilst they cover the majority of the range of Invictus rather, to my knowledge, they don't do Invictus Aqua and they don't do Invictus Platinum, or at least as to my knowledge. The last one I'm going to look at is Invictus Elixir. It's Victory Elixir. Okay, so it's the Victory but the Elixir. Now, where can I spray? Okay, let's go up here. Here we go. Okay, I've got a few things to tell you about this. First of all, realistically, this is a cooler weather fragrance. Okay, I would really struggle to wear this in the summer. Okay, it's just not that kind of fragrance. It's too heavy, it's too sort of thick for the summer. No. Okay, so save this along with Victorious for the cooler weather. Okay, now, a few years ago, Paco Rabanne came up with what they called an elixir vibe, and they put it onto their 1 million gold. Okay, sorry. They put it into 1 million and they made 1 million elixir. Now, if you smelt that, you know what I mean by that elixir vibe. It's difficult to describe. It's a sort of a candy-like sort of scent over the top of whatever fragrance it goes on to. Now this, right, honestly, you can still get the original Victorious, okay? That is there, that sort of rich incense, dark vanilla, tonka and amber. That's still there, but over the top is this glorious, I love that word, glorious, gorgeous elixir vibe. So it's still for the cooler weather, but what it does is it takes it from being a sort of a standard sort of drop of a fragrance, that sort of deep rich drop, and it plays around with your mind, because you smell the drop, but then you can also smell the sort of candy likeness over the top. Now this, my friends, if you're going on a date night, this is the one in the cooler weather. If you're going on a date night in the warmer weather, go for Invictus Intense, because that'll get some serious results. But if it's a cooler weather and you are going on a date night, or even if you're just going out with some friends and you want to get that attention, you know, that one is gorgeous, Victorious. But when you put the elixir vibe over, it's more gorgeous still, if that's even a thing. Okay, so hopefully I've given you enough of a heads up. You're going to say, Leggy, mate, you've talked for nearly 20 minutes. You've waffled more than bird's eye. Okay, right. So send me a question if you need some clarification. Once again, you cannot fault the price, you cannot fault the smell, and you cannot fault the performance. And if you only, all right, I'll be honest with you, if you only had those 5 fragrances as your complete collection, you'd be covered all year round, all season, and you would have massive results every single time you wore them. Right, I really appreciate you being here. If you would consider a cheeky thumbs up, because I love thumbs up. It goes like that. I feel really good about thumbs up, and you're going to feel so good about making me feel good, and that I really appreciate. Drop me a comment, ask me a question, or just say, Leggy, don't talk so much rubbish. I don't know if I can do that. I'll try anyway. Right, and please consider coming back for the next time. But most of all, now I'll always love this bit of a video. Most of all, I'm here to inspire you. And what you have to do, my friends, I'm going to pick the original. You have to take the top off the fragrance, aim the little nozzle at yourself. That's what you're going to do every day. And not just once a day, several times a day. You'll keep a massive, massive smile on your face. You may get a compliment. And even if you don't, you're going to feel good. Oh man, that one's so good. They're all so good. Just buy these fragrances. And trust me, if you use them on the occasions I've suggested, you're going to have so much better a day. Every single day. 25, 8, 300 and so however many days are in a year, you're going to have a good year. I'm going to go now. Take care, keep spraying, and goodbye. Oh yeah, I found it.